to bring you 5 cute ways to decorate school supplies. The first idea is to paint the class name in cursive onto a glittery or patterned notebook or folder. I got this glittery gold folder at Walmart. And for this you're going to need a pretty thin paintbrush and some acrylic paint. So using really thin lines, I'm just painting the class name onto the folder. And right now just try to keep the lines as thin as possible. Then once you have the word painted, we're going to go ahead and figure out where you go up with the brush and where you're going down with the brush. And on the down strokes, you want to thicken them up and leave the upstrokes thin. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that on all the letters. And that's it for the first idea. This is just a super simple way to dress up a notebook or folder. The next idea is to create this cute bunting out of washi tape. So I'm using a plastic composition book. It's going to work best to use a folder or notebook that has a plastic cover. And you just need some cord for this. It doesn't have to be hemp cord like this. And some washi tape. And you'll also need a pretty thick needle. You can also do this with hot glue if you'd like, but it will be a little bit less secure. So I'm just starting by deciding where I want to put the bunting and then poking a hole through the front of the notebook. And please be very careful when you do this. And then I'm poking another hole pretty close to the other one, just like that. Then on the other side of the notebook, I'm going to poke 2 holes at about the same height as the other 2 were. Next, I'm taking some of the cord and I'm sending it through the hole on the right. And you may need to make the holes a little bit bigger to get the hole through. But once it's through, pull it through the back and then up through that hole on the left. Then tie them together on the front. You can tie them a couple times to keep it secure. Then take the cord and go through the hole on the left and around the back through the hole on the right and tie it a couple times. Next, take the washi tape and unroll a length of it. And position it over the string. And then just stick the 2 sides of tape together so it's going around the string. Make sure it's stuck together well. And then just take some scissors and cut a triangle out of the bottom. Like that. Then repeat this process again for as many times as the letters in the word that you're creating. And I'm doing the word math, so I'm creating 4. And just try to kind of make them similar heights and space them fairly evenly, but if it's not perfect, that is fine. So once that's done, I'm just taking a permanent marker and writing the class name on each of the flags. And the last step is to trim off any of the extra string on the sides if you'd like. And that's it for the second idea. The next idea is creating this chevron pattern out of washi tape. So I'm just starting with a black notebook and 4 colors of washi tape, but you could use more or less. And I'm starting by marking the halfway point on the top and bottom of the notebook. You don't have to do this, it just makes the chevron pattern a little bit more uniform. Then I'm marking halfway between the side of the notebook and the first mark. And marking halfway between the middle of the notebook and the other side. Next, I'm just using a black permanent marker to kind of cover the white writing on this notebook, because otherwise it might show through the tape a little bit. So I'm unrolling some of the tape and I'm positioning it so the point of the chevron is right on that first mark. So it looks like this. Then I'm doing the second chevron, starting it in the middle of the notebook at about the same height, and ending it on that third mark. So it should look like this. Then I'm creating the other half of the chevrons. So just ending them where the other pieces ended. And the first row is the hardest, so once you have that done, all the rest are easy because you just follow the first one. So I'm taking my second color of washi tape and just kind of following that first row, trying to keep the spacing between them even. And the third color. And I kind of spaced them randomly, some are closer together and some are farther apart, but you can do whatever you want. And the fourth color. And just keep repeating this process until the entire notebook is covered. And as you can see, I got a little bit off of my marks, and that is just fine. So it looks like that. The next idea is this colorful painted notebook. And I would recommend choosing a notebook or folder that doesn't have any writing on it instead of one like this. And you'll also need some painter's tape or masking tape. And I started by putting the tape just corner to corner, and then I did rows of tape just going diagonally in both directions. And as you can see, it creates this diamond pattern. Then I just took a bunch of colors of acrylic paint and I painted each row of the diamonds. And some of them showed the black background through a little bit too much, so I did a second coat on all of them. And then just let it dry a little bit, and then carefully peel the tape off. And this reveals the diamond design. So I chose to paint over the white writing on the notebook with black paint, but I didn't really like how this turned out in the end, so I would not recommend doing this. If you have writing on yours, either just leave it alone or use a folder or something that doesn't have any writing on it. And that's it. And the last idea is washi tape pens and pencils. So this is super simple and easy. You'll just need some mechanical pencils and pens. And just take some washi tape and unroll a little bit of it and stick it wherever you want on the pencil and just wrap it all the way around. And then stick it in place so it looks like that. And then you can add however many rows you want. I use this glittery tape, which is really pretty, but it didn't really stick that well for this, so I would recommend using some of the non-glittery kind instead. So the pencil looks like this. And another way you can use the washi tape is to place it vertically on the pen, like this, and then trim it and stick it in place and then cover the other side that didn't get covered with tape with another piece of tape. And just stick it in place, and that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of 5 different ways to decorate school supplies. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day and a great back to school.